From the QA Archive. Introduction to QA. Testware.
What is testware? The following list represents typical testware, which is derived from output work products, test planning work products, test monitoring and control work products, test analysis work products, test design work products, test implementation work products, test execution work products, test completion work products. Test work products overview. Test work products are generated as part of a typical test process. The types of test work products that can be generated can differ from one company, and their associated test process, to another. Let's now look at each common test work product in turn.
Test planning work products. Test planning is the act of verifying the goal or mission of the testing. It also includes defining the objectives of the testing and specifying the test activities in order to meet the objectives and the overall mission. Associated work products include test plan, test schedule, risk register, and entry and exit criteria. Test monitoring and control work products. Test monitoring and control involves comparing actual progress with planned progress. It's an ongoing process that tracks deviations from the original plan. By using feedback from monitoring activities, corrective actions are taken to keep testing on track, ensuring the project's objectives are met. Key work products include test progress reports, control directives, and risk documentation. Test analysis work products. Test analysis include the act of reviewing information such as existing defect reports, i.e. previously raised bugs, reviewing acceptance criteria from stories, tasks from a given project. Associated work products include test conditions and defect reports regarding defects in the test basis. Test design work products. While test analysis holds the test conditions, test design is the activities of designing and creating the test cases derived from the test conditions. It is good practice to design high-level test cases, at least initially, as these can be easily reviewed and used across multiple test cycles with varying data. In addition, test design results in the definition of test data, test environment design, and tools to be used. Test implementation work products. Test implementation work products may include items such as test procedures, test suites, and a test execution schedule. Often virtualization, virtual machines, and automated test scripts are work products associated with test implementation. Test data is also commonly defined as a test implementation work product. Test execution work products. Test execution work products may include items such as documentation on the test case status, test procedures, defect reports, and documentation relating to which test items, test objects, tools, and testware were used. Test completion work products. The tester should evaluate the exit criteria at each test level or phase by assessing the test execution against the defined objectives. This involves checking test logs against the planned exit criteria, deciding if additional tests are needed or if the criteria should change, writing a test summary report for stakeholders. Related work products include the test completion report, action items for improvement, lessons learned, and change requests.
End of lesson.
Don't forget to subscribe.